and welcome to Jeopardy Noir. This week's episode. How's everybody doing? We're glad to have you here. I see everybody's coming on slowly. We appreciate you on Facebook. We appreciate you on Instagram. We're going to be getting started very soon. We just want to give some time for people to come on board. We've also established a Cash App for the Black Archives. Programming does take dollars and takes your support. And we hope that if you have the opportunity, if you have the ability, hello, Mr. Brandon, great to see you. If you have the opportunity, you can definitely Cash App at the $ BAHLT. Made it very easy for you to support Black Archives programming. We certainly appreciate everyone that have been coming on and supporting us in these efforts to stay relevant, entertain as we educate. We hope that you're sending out the signal, sending out the alarm, letting everyone know we're going to be getting started soon. I'm going to, as I do every week, take an opportunity on Instagram to send out reminders for people by pressing send, going down the line and sending so we can have some great competition. If anybody want to send an invite to Wing King, maybe he's going to come on board because last week everybody was asking where's the Wing King. So if anybody knows Wing King, definitely send him an invite. Tell him to test his knowledge here. So I'm going down my list, sending out to remind people to come on board and be a part of this. We certainly invite you guys to share. Facebook, hello. I got a few people on Facebook. Want to say hello on this side. We hope that you guys are sharing, letting people know that we are online. So we will be getting started very soon. Excuse me. Gotta take a drink of water. Okay, so if you're on Facebook, definitely write in the comment section so we'll know who's online, who we're talking with this week on Jeopardy Noir. I don't know if I have the ability to find out who I have, but definitely introduce yourself, say hello. Just writing to my friends that are following me on Facebook. Introduce yourself. Instagram, I see EB Queen, Mrs. Brandon, our board chair at Javo. I see you from my staff, Mr. Brandon. Just calling out a couple of people. Lewis, I see you. Hello, Lewis. KPC, always in the place. Swamp Maid, Isaac. I figured out who you were, Isaac. Okay, there you go. All right, Oscar Brandon is here too. All right, that's right. The great men, brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi. Welcome. Jocelyn is on the Facebook side, so please share. Thank you so much for sharing on both platforms, Mr. Brandon. We certainly appreciate that support. And we're going to get started very soon. I'm going to see where we kind of left off at on last week, and we're going to pick up. And we hope that this week will be as exciting as last week. Hello, Jocelyn on Facebook this time. Great to have you. All right. I hope that everybody can see the screen behind me. Made some adjustments, trying to make sure everybody can see. I know on Facebook is just a little Miami Gardens now. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much. All right. That's right, Rattlers in the house. It's great to see so many Florida A&M University supporters of that great institution on the highest of 7 hills. All right, anybody else? Lil Boogie 305, thank you for joining us. We're shouting out people that are joining us today, getting ready to get started for an exciting show this week of Jeopardy Noir. Do I have all the stuff that I need this week? Again, we are, when we get to a point, people that are, Atlanta, Georgia, Gino Scott, amazing. Thank you, Gino Scott, for joining us on Facebook all the way from the ATL. All right, thank you so much for joining us. Oh, okay. Somebody shouting out North Carolina Central University Eagles. All right, Ms. Melton. We're not going to say much, but we're glad all HBCUs. All right. Head drum major. Somebody know who I am. Eb Queen 1. Okay. Somebody know who I am. I had to look you up. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. Former head drum major of the great Florida A&M University drum majors, FAMU. Thank you. Lil Boogie, welcome from Homestead. R2 Cutie Kitty, thank you. Facebook, I hope you stay with us. We only have 2 on Facebook now. Seems like everybody's jumping ship to Instagram, which is great because that means we won't have too many lags and we'll have a straight down the line contest. I'm going to bring the screen just a little bit closer as we get ready to start this week's episode. Great. So, I'm going to raise this up just a little bit. Definitely. All right. We're going to begin to get started. Let me see where we left off at last week. And just for anyone that is new, we're going to explain how this works. So, let's stop the music here. This is an open forum for Black history, from local Black history to national Black history. This is our 3rd episode. We're glad to have you here as we work and support our hashtag Safer at Home series. Safer at Homes. So the Black Archives, which is the leading archival repository for history of Black Miami from 1896 to present. We have started a virtual series of programming that we do daily, Monday through Saturday, of daily activities, looking to expand those activities even further. And this is just one of the programs that we do on every Wednesday at 2 o'clock, Jeopardy Noir. We do that. We try to keep people engaged, keep ourselves in the forefront of this pandemic that is going on. And again, like I said, our program is supported. I must mention our sponsors are supported by the Southeast Overtown Park West Community Redevelopment Agency. Our program is supported by Miami-Dade County. Our program is supported by the Simpkins Family Foundation. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Of course, the Florida African American Heritage Preservation Network out of Tallahassee. Our program is supported by, of course, our board of directors. I want to give a shout out to our board of directors and a shout out to our founder, Dr. Dorothy Jenkins Fields, who helped start this institution along with many other scholars and pioneers of Miami. This is just one of the programs that we do. Every Wednesday, we bring you Jeopardy Noir. So the way that it works is we have 2 platforms going on this particular program. We have Facebook and we have Instagram. So we ask one question and we give both groups time to answer. We have a winner on Facebook if we have people following, and we have a winner on Instagram due to the lag. So we do a small delay. First person answer that appears in my comment sections will win. Now, the question is, hey, what do we win? So what we're going to do is we're working to, you might receive an email or a message from our Vault South Florida or our Black Archives History and Research Foundation episode. And what we do is we'll ask you for your address, and we're doing little keepsakes. I'll show it again this week. We have a couple of keepsakes that we have. I call it little gifts that we want to send to people that are winning, maybe people that are participating. Don't please allow us time to, because someone has to come in and package it and get it to the post office. But things we're giving is this gift book here, Facebook and Instagram of Obama. It's a remembrance of our 44th president, which is an exhibit that we did, I believe, in 2015. This book, which is a great book that you can have as a coffee table item. We have things like with our partners, Jackson Health Systems, little coffee table items that you can set out so you don't damage. I know my grandmother and everyone didn't like the cups on a wooden coffee table. I don't know if people still have those, but this helps with that. I know I keep a glass of cold water next to me on my bed, and I always use these stoppers to stop the water from affecting the furniture. We also have gift items like this Black Archives mug. Definitely a nice, unique coffee mug with an image, a night image of the Black Archives on the front. as well as our information on the side. This is a great gift item that we're going to send out to people that have been participating, and especially those that have been leading and answering these questions. We certainly invite you to invite more people to the Black Archive, to this Jeopardy Noir. I see you here, Bubbly Black Girl. Thank you for joining. Jamila 79. We see you. Sweetback 3, R2 Cutie Kitty. We have you. Thank you so much for joining us. And we are about to get started with this week's episode of Jeopardy Noir. So, with that being said, we're going to find our slide from last week, our last slide that we did, and we're going to pick up from there. I think I found it. So, are we ready for the first question? What legendary singer was nicknamed Lady Day? What legendary singer was nicknamed Lady Day? What legendary singer? All right, we have our answer on Instagram. We have our answer on Instagram. Is anyone playing on Facebook side? Is there anyone playing on the Facebook side? We only have 2 people on the Facebook side, so we're going to call this right here and there today. And the answer is Billie Holiday. Billie Holiday is the answer. That is correct. Billie Holiday. That answer goes out to the Bubbly Black Girl, has that first answer. Thank you so much. And we see Oscar Brainan, JB1 is answered second, but this answer goes to Bubbly Black Girl. Thank you so much for that answer. Now we're moving on. We're moving on to the next question. He Got Game, Bamboozled, and The Crooklyn were famous films of what acclaimed director? What acclaimed director? He Got Game, Bamboozled, and Crooklyn were famous films of what acclaimed director? All right, Miami Gardens now has the answer on the Instagram side. Do we have an answer on the Facebook side? Is there an answer on the Facebook side? I don't know who is checking in. If you're on Facebook, please check in so that we know that we can move forward or not. I do have staff on the Facebook side. We're going to move forward with this question. The answer for this one, of course, Spike Lee. Spike Lee, definitely. Spike Lee is the answer, and that goes to Miami Gardens Now. Miami Gardens Now was in first place. Ebby Queen was in second place, with Mr. Brainan moving at third place. Miami Gardens Now have that answer. Let's go on. Question. The next question. Are you ready? Facebook, are you ready? You can check in as you join us on Facebook. Definitely check in if you're participating in this trivia, Jeopardy Noir. You also can, we already see who's happening on Instagram. So moving on. Here's the next question. Are we ready? What was the nickname given to the black soldiers who fought alongside the Union Army? What was, I see a spelling mishap, but I apologize. But what was the nickname given to the black soldiers who fought alongside the Union Army in the Civil War? What was the name of those soldiers? All right, Mrs. Brainan, we have an answer on the Instagram side. Do we have a Facebook winner? Do we have a Facebook winner? Facebook going once. Facebook, we are going twice. Facebook, we're going one more time. Okay, that answer is correct. This answer goes to Mrs. Pat Brainan. Buffalo Soldiers, yes, with Miami Gardens Now coming in second place. The Bubbly Black Girl is in third, and Mr. Brainan is in fourth. I got to make sure you guys are not in the same room, Ms. Brainan and Ms. Brainan, because y'all might be sharing answers over there, but we appreciate that. We're moving forward to the next question. The next question that is before us. Facebook, are you ready? Instagram, are you ready? Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? Do we have an answer on Facebook? I see you, Mr. Brandon. Who was the first black heavyweight champion? We need a better answer than that. All right, we have an answer on Instagram. We do finally have an answer on Instagram. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Facebook, who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? And the answer's on Facebook. Okay, no answer response on Facebook. This answer is Jack Johnson, and this goes to Mr. Brandon. He did the full name, Jack Johnson, Miami Gardens now. We apologize, we just had Johnson. That could be any Johnson. That could be William Johnson. So we wanted to get the full name, and that full name is Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson is the answer. So this answer goes to Mr. Brandon. Second place, Ebby Queen, Jack Johnson. Ebby Queen 1 is in second place on the answer. Miami Gardens now coming in third. Okay, we're moving on to our next question. Nobody on Facebook is answering yet. I don't know what's going on over here, Facebook. So please check in. If you're on Facebook and you're a part of Jeopardy Noir, you're a part of this. Okay, there we go. Donica Toller answered on Facebook, but the answer is already on the screen, but we'll give you that. Welcome, Ms. Toller from the Jacksonville. Oh man, my mind just went blank. The museum in Jacksonville, the theater that's similar to our theater that's in Jacksonville. My mind, help me out, Mr. Donica Toller. What is the name of the theater in Jacksonville? My mind is going blank. If you can give me that, definitely I will advertise that. So thank you. The Ritz Theater. Yes, the Ritz Theater. My mind went blank for a second. And Donica Toller, the executive director of the Ritz Theater, is on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. Amazing theater, Ritz Theater in Jacksonville. You guys stay off the beach, though. Don't go to that beach. That's a trap. That's a trap. So this answer does go to Mr. Brandon with Miami Gardens now coming in second place. Here we are for the next question that we have. Who was the first black female pediatrician in Miami? The first black female pediatrician in Miami. I ain't beat you, that's right. Facebook, we're looking for this answer. All right, bubbly black girl, can you give me something else in there? Something else, you're missing something. I can give that to you, but do you have that first name? We need that first name. We need that first name. Hello, Facebook, do we have a first name? Do we have a first name? And I'm going to explain why it's very important that we announce the first name. All right, Ms. Brandon on Instagram. Ms. Brandon on Instagram has just answered the question. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Is there an answer on Facebook? Facebook, going once. Here we go. Come on, Facebook. I have 6 viewers on Facebook. Someone can answer this question. Who was the first black female pediatrician in Miami? All right, going once, going twice. We're gone. That answer goes to Miss Patricia Brandon. The name is Dr. Dazelle Simpson. Dr. Dazelle Simpson. A very important reason why we had to say the first name, because her husband was also a doctor. He was Dr. Simpson as well. So we wanted to make sure that we got the correct information out, and that answer goes to Miss Patricia Brandon, Dr. Dazelle Simpson. Thank you, Miss Brandon. All right, great. Bubbly black girl saying thank you to Miss Brandon. I only knew her as Dr. Simpson. She recently passed away, and she was my son's doctor as well. So we certainly appreciate the services that she rendered during her time here on this side of Earth. So we're moving on. We're moving on to the next question. That answer went to Ms. Pat Brandon. We're moving on to the next question. Are you ready, Facebook? Are you ready, Instagram? Here we go. Who founded the Miami Times? I want the first. Either you give me the initials and the last name, or you give me the full name. Who founded the Miami Times? Who founded the Miami Times? You either give me the initials, the first three initials and the last name, or you give me the full name. Still waiting on that answer, Miss Bubbly Girl. That is not the correct answer. Mr. Brainy, you're close. You're close, but we need some initials before that. Facebook, do we have anyone that could answer? Who founded the Miami Times? All right, Miss Ndana, Facebook is on it, but we need two initials in between that name. But I probably would give you that. Mr. Reed, Mr. Brainerd, I give you that. All right, all right. Facebook has the answer. Facebook has the answer. Instagram, Mr. Brainerd, you're close, but we need those, at least that first initial in there somewhere. First time Facebook stepped up before Instagram, but we need that initial. We need that initial. Facebook. Mr. Brainerd, you're close. I'm reaching for you, Mr. Brainerd. Thank you, Mrs. Tuller. Miami Gardens now, you're starting over. You need something behind that. The first person that give me that information, either the initials or the full name. The full name with the initials. All right, Miami Gardens now, we will give that to you, Miami Gardens now. We have Miss Andonica Toller over here on Facebook that has answered the question. The answer is Henry Ethelbert Sigmund Reeves. It would have been H-E-S Reeves. We would have taken either answer. So Miami Gardens now did the H-E Sigmund Reeves. We'll take that. And Mrs. Toller did the Henry E. Reeves. And then she came back and said H-E-S Reeves. We will take that as an answer. That's our Facebook winner, and that's our Instagram winner for this one. Miami Gardens now, and Miss Toller from the Ritz Museum in Jacksonville, Florida. Thank you so much for playing this game. We're moving on. Are we ready for the next question? What year was Virginia Key Beach designated as a colored beach? What year was Virginia Key Beach designated as a colored beach? What year was Virginia Key Beach designated as a colored beach? Come on, get that Google ready. Somebody has to have the Google going on right now. Close, close, close. Instagram, you're close, but you're off by a couple of years. What year was Virginia Key Beach designated as a colored beach? We have the answer. We have the answer on Instagram. We do have the answer on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl, thank you for that answer. It's correct. We're waiting for the answer on Facebook. What year? All right, looks like we're going to move on. Wait. All right, we have the answer on Facebook as well. That answer is 1945. 1945, the answer goes to the Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram, and the answer goes to Miss Toller on Facebook. 1945, Virginia Key Beach, the first black beach in Miami, was designated as a colored beach. It was because of the wait-in, the fact that the Miami was offering no amenities for blacks to swim at the beach. It was illegal in Miami due to Jim Crow laws. After the wait-in that happened at Haulover Beach, city officials got together to basically to prevent blacks from filing a lawsuit, designated Virginia Key Beach as a black beach. Thank you so much. We'll probably be talking about Virginia Key Beach a little later on in our episodes as we go through. We're ready for the next question. What pioneer woman advocated for the restoration of the historic Hampton House? What pioneer woman advocated for the restoration of the historic Hampton House in Miami? Facebook, are you ready? Instagram, are you ready? What pioneer woman? Miami Gardens Now has just answered that question. Miami Gardens Now. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Instagram has its answer and it has its winner, Miami Gardens Now. Do we have that answer on Facebook? What pioneer woman advocated for the restoration of the historic Hampton House? Do we have an answer, Facebook? Okay. That answer is Enid Pinckney. Enid Pinckney, yes. Enid Pinckney advocated for the successful restoration of the historic Hampton House, the house where that famous photo of Malcolm X and Muhammad Ali was taken after he won the heavyweight championship. The answer is Dr. Enid Pinckney. Enid Pinckney. Not Dorothy Fields, Ebby Queen. Dr. Fields had her hands full with the restoration of the Lyric Theater as well as the designation of many historic sites. But Enid Pinckney led that charge for the historic Hampton House. Ready for the next question, Facebook? Are we ready for the next question, Instagram? Here we go. What does the acronym CORE stand for? CORE. What does the acronym for CORE stands for? CORE. What does the acronym for CORE stands for? CORE. What does the acronym CORE stands for? We have our answer on Instagram. We have our answer on Instagram, Mr. Brandon. We have our answer on Instagram. We have our answer. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Instagram have our winner with Mr. Oscar Brandon. Do we have an answer? Oscar JB1 is the winner on Instagram. Do we have a winner on Facebook? All right, we're closing out this question with the answer for that being true. The Congress of Racial Equality. The Congress of Racial Equality. This answer goes to Mr. Brandon, Oscar JB1. Great answer. We're moving on to the next question. Are we ready, Facebook? Are we ready, Instagram? Here's our next question. What amendment to the U.S. Constitution granted citizenship to and protected the liberties of newly free slaves? What amendment to the U.S. Constitution granted citizenship and protected the liberties of newly freed slaves? We have an answer. We have an answer on Instagram. We do have an answer on Instagram. EB Queen 1. EB Queen 1. I'm sorry. EB Queen 1 has answered the question on Instagram. Oh, Mr. Woods, great to see you. Our former director of the Southeast Overtown Park West CRA, Mr. Clarence Woods, great to see you here on Facebook. Please join us on this game. Don't be afraid to answer, man. It's awesome. Always great to see you, sir. Do we have an answer on Facebook? What amendment to the U.S. Constitution granted citizenship to and protected the liberties of newly freed slaves? Okay. The answer to this question. Oh, okay. We do have a winner on Facebook. I'm sorry. My screen stopped. We have a winner on Facebook as well, Ms. Andonica Toller. Andonica Toller, the answer is the 14th Amendment. The answer is the 14th Amendment. Welcome, Ms. Hester Samuels. Great to have you back again this week for this episode of Jeopardy Noir. Okay, we have an answer on EB Queen on, I think that was the winner on Instagram. Yes, EB Queen as well as Miss Adonica Toller is racking up all the answers on Facebook. So if anybody on Instagram want to go challenge Miss Toller on Facebook, definitely feel free to cross over. We're going on to our next question for this episode of Jeopardy Noir with the Black Archives History and Research Foundation Historic Lyric Theater. The next question. What year was the first Martin Luther King Jr. national holiday celebrated? What year was the first Martin Luther King Jr. national holiday separated? What year? Every third Monday in January, we say, we paved the life. The man who paved the way for freedom, justice, and equality to make a world a better place for you and me. It wasn't that year. Oh, no, we're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're still waiting. We're waiting for that answer. What year? What year? Some good answers. Two people are close on Instagram. Two people are close. We're still waiting. We're still waiting for that answer. What year? I don't think wait. Close on Facebook, but not there. Close on Facebook, but you're not there. I know you guys going now. That Google is hitting now. No, you're close. You're not. You're cold, Miss E.B. Queen. Very cold. And we're going to stop. It was 1983. 1983. Moving on to the next question. Are we ready for the next question? No winners on that one. Tito is saying bubbly. Got it? No, it's wrong, sir, Tito. Wiki, don't believe everything you believe on Wiki. Wiki is not always a great source. Who wrote the Negro National Anthem? Who wrote the Negro National Anthem? Thank you. It was signed in 1983. Yes. Who wrote the Negro National Anthem? Thank you, Ms. Toller, for that information. Who wrote the Negro National Anthem? This might be a tricky one for you. Who wrote? I know you're going to get this, Ms. Toller. Also, keep in mind, it was two people. It was two people who wrote it, not one. Who wrote the Negro National Anthem? And Ms. Toller, you have a great exhibit inside the Ritz Theater. We have our answer on Facebook. I knew you were going to get that, Ms. Toller, because you have an amazing animatronic of these people who wrote it. You're close. Close. I'm waiting. Tito, you keep talking about Bubbly Jack. I'm waiting, Instagram. All right, we're close, Miami Gardens now. I'm going to stop it right here and give you the answer. Nobody got the full answer. Wait. Bubbly Black Girl came back before I did the time and put the right answer in. Yeah, it would have been a shame if you missed that. The answer is James Weldon Johnson and John Rosamond Johnson. James Weldon Johnson and John Rosamond Johnson. The answer will go to Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram, and we'll have Adonica Toller, who should not have gotten that wrong. I would have had to drive to Jacksonville myself to find out why did you get that wrong, because she has an amazing exhibit inside of the museum up there. If you ever have an opportunity to visit Jacksonville and visit the Ritz Theater and Museum, I guarantee you'll have a great experience. They're doing some great things up there. Yes, Ms. Samuels from Jacksonville. We're moving on to our next question. Are you ready? Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? Who was the first black heavyweight boxing champion? Good answer, Miss Samuels, but I need a first name. Miss Samuels on Facebook, good answer. I need a first name. All right. Mr. Brandon answered it. Mr. Brandon answered it on Instagram. I think I'm going to give the answer to Miss Samuels on Facebook. The answer to this was Jack Johnson. I don't know if this is a repeat question in my run, but it's Jack Johnson. Jack Johnson. All right, the answer is Jack Johnson. Miss Hanser Samuels on Facebook. Mr. Brandon on Instagram. That's the correct answer. All right, here we go for the next question. Are we ready, Facebook? Are we ready, Instagram? Here we go. What law said that citizens could not be denied the right to vote based on their race? What law said that citizens could not be denied the right to vote based on their race? Not Tyson Fury, of course. What law said that the citizens could not be denied the right to vote based on their race? All right. Mr. Brandon, fix it. One number off, Mr. Brandon. Don't let nobody steal that from you. One number off. 1 year off on Instagram. Facebook, do we have an answer? Facebook, do we have an answer? Bubbly Black Girl stole the answer from Mr. Brandon on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl stole the answer on Instagram. Do we have a Facebook answer? All right, the answer to this question is the Voting Rights Act of 1965. The Voting Rights Act of 1965. So, Bubbly Girl, awesome answer. Way to steal that answer from Oscar JB1 by 1 year. We're moving on to the next question. We're moving on. Are you ready? Facebook? Are you ready? Instagram? Here we go. Who was the first African-American justice on the Supreme Court of the United States? Who was the first African-American justice on the Supreme Court of the United States? Give you a hint. This person did spend some time at the Black X-ray Clinic, the Johnson X-ray Clinic here in Miami, with Garth Reeves. I believe it was Gilbert Porter and John Johnson. Oh, the answer is already in on Instagram. The answer is in on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl, you are on it, Bubbly Black Girl. With that answer, anybody on Facebook? Do we have an answer on Facebook? Is there an answer on Facebook? All right, Miss Taller, Donica Taller is certainly ripping the screen up on Facebook. The answer is Thurgood Marshall. That answer is Thurgood Marshall. All right, we're ready to move on to our next question. Instagram, are you ready? Facebook, are you ready? Who said I never, oh boy, another typo. Oh, I'm typing backwards on this. In order for you guys to see this, I got to type it backwards. Because if you look at it straight right now, the words are backwards. So, excuse my typo. Who said I never run my train off the track and never lost a passenger? Who said I never run my train off the track and never lost a passenger? We might have to investigate who Bubbly Black Girl is because she's really ripping it. All right. Answer is on Instagram. Answer is on Facebook. All right. We have our answer for both groups. Harriet Tubman. Miss Samuels, you made the answer on Facebook, and Bubbly Black Girl, whoever you are, you had the answer on Instagram. Harriet Tubman, amazing, amazing, great, great, great answer, great support, and yes, Bubbly Black Girl is killing it. Welcome back, Miss Samuels. Welcome back. You are on it. Going on to our next question. Here's another who said. Who said, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. Who said, bringing the gifts that my ancestors gave, I am the dream and the hope of the slave. I rise, I rise, I rise. All right. We have our answer on Instagram. We have our answer on Facebook. No need to play the music. Maya Angelou, Miss Samuels won on Facebook. And again, Bubbly Black Girl won the answer on Instagram. That's the people with those real speedy networks there. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I rise, I rise, I rise, late Maya Angelou. All right, here we go with the next question. Bubbly Black Girl, Miss Samuels. The new Negro was the first Black Rhodes Scholar. This new Negro was the first Black Rhodes Scholar. This new Negro was the first Black Rhodes Scholar. We have our answer on Instagram. Wow. We have our answer on Instagram. Do we have our answer on Facebook? Bubbly Black Girl again. Bubbly Black Girl, you must be sitting by an encyclopedia. We have our answer. Don't let the name fool you. Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram is on it. Do we have our Facebook answer? This new Negro was the first Black Rhodes Scholar. All right. The answer is Alan Locke. Alan Locke. Yes, Alan Locke. Bubbly Black Girl is the Instagram winner on this one. We don't have a winner on Facebook, and we don't have any additional answers. Bubbly Black Girl, you're on it. Let's see. We're moving on to our next question. Miss Toller, I'm sorry it came in just a little bit too late while the answer was on the screen. We're going to move forward. Here we go. Who was the first colonist slain in the Boston Massacre? Who was the first colonist slain in the Boston Massacre? Who was the first Black slain? Oh, excuse me. Who was the first colonist slain in the Boston Massacre? We have our answer on Instagram. Miami Gardens Now. Miami Gardens Now is our answer on Instagram. Do we have an answer on Facebook? We have our answer on Facebook. Adonica Toller answered. The answer to this question is Crispus Attucks, the first. Not only was he the first colonist slain, but it's said that he was the first, he was a black man, and he was the first to fall for the independence of this country. He was the first to die. A black man was the first to die for this country's creation. So thank you so much. We're moving on to our next answer. I don't know, someone on staff, if you guys can give me a time check, that'll be great. Post what time it is. Here we are. Wait, they said, I thought I said Bubbly Black Girl. What's the answer? Yeah, well, no, Bubbly Black Girl, we have 2 recordings going. We have one on Instagram. We have one on Facebook. You won on Instagram, and Ms. Toller won on Facebook. So, yes, you were the first answer on Instagram. So, you won on this side, and we have somebody that won on Facebook. Thank you, Lewis, for that time check. We got about 10 minutes. Who is the African-American woman? Who is the African-American woman who was sick and tired of being sick and tired? This African-American woman was sick and tired of being sick and tired. That's really sick, man. When you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, man, I don't know what to say about that. I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Who is this African-American woman? Publicly stated, I'm sick and tired. All right, Mr. Brandon has it on Instagram. Mr. Brandon has it on Instagram. Do we have a Facebook answer? Do we have an answer on Facebook? I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. We have an answer on Instagram. Mr. Brandon, thank you for that answer. Do we have an answer on Facebook? I'm just sick and tired of being sick and tired. Okay, moving on for the sake of time. Fannie Lou Hammer. Fannie Lou Hammer is that answer. Fannie Lou Hammer said that. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. Here's our next question. Are you ready, Facebook? Are you ready, Instagram? Who was the first black entertainer to sleep in the White House? Who was the first black entertainer to sleep in the White House? We're looking for the first black entertainer. The first black entertainer to sleep in the White House. All right, Mr. Brandon on Instagram. We have an answer on Instagram. Do we have an answer on Facebook? We do have an answer on Instagram. Is there a Facebook answer? Who was the first black entertainer to sleep in the White House? Instagram, we have our answer. That answer goes to Mr. Oscar JB1. Oscar JB1. Do we have an answer? We don't have an answer on Facebook. We're going to move on with this question, and the answer to this is Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. is that answer. All right. Are we ready for the next question? Let's make it a little harder. Here we go. Let's turn up the heat just a little bit before we close out this week. Which Florida city remained part of the Union during the Civil War? Which Florida city remained part of the Union during the Civil War? Which Florida city remained part of the Union during the Civil War? I don't think anyone's going to get this particular answer. They remained part of the Union during the Civil War. We know that Tom Brady is there, but that is not the answer. Not at all. St. Augustine is not the answer. Do we have the answer? We don't. All right, Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl. We need to find out who Bubbly Black Girl is. Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram has answered that question. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Is there a Facebook answer? Is there a Facebook answer? What Florida city remained part of the Union during the Civil War? All right, that answer is Key West. Key West. We know it wasn't Tallahassee. St. Augustine was racist. We know that Tampa was racist. St. Pete was racist. It was Key West. Key West remained part of the Union during the Civil War. Moving on. Here we go. What was the first black settlement in Dade County? What was the first black settlement in Dade County? I know this answer should just pop through the screen quickly. What was the first black settlement in Dade County? Do we have an answer? First black settlement in Dade County. We have our answer on Instagram. Mr. Oscar JB1 has answered the question. Do we have an answer on Facebook? All right, we have an answer on Facebook. That answer is Coconut Grove. What was the first black settlement in Florida? This is way before Flagler's Railroad. The Bahamians were coming back and forth and occupying Coconut Grove way before they established Miami. Remember, Dade County existed way before the city of Miami did. So Dade County, the county was already designated as a county, and Coconut Grove was that city where black Bahamians settled, first black settlement. Moving on to the next question. Who wrote the 1940s novel Native Son? This should be an easy one. Who wrote the 1940s novel Native Son? Native Son. I'm not even going to turn the music on that one. We know this answer. Who wrote the 1940s novel Native Son? Y'all maybe turn the music on? Do I turn the music on? I turn the music on. I need a first name. All right, Bubbly Black Girl. Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram. Bubbly Black Girl, do we have a Facebook answer? Do we have a Facebook answer? All right, Miss Andonica Toller on Facebook. The answer is Richard Wright. Oscar JB1, we appreciate the right, but I think you're giving people too many clues. They're jumping on your answer. So Bubbly Black Girl, Richard Wright is the answer on Instagram. Ms. Toller, Richard Wright, yes, is the answer on Facebook. Here's our next question. What was the first black high school in Richmond Heights? All you Miami historians, what was the first black high school in Richmond Heights? First black high school in Richmond Heights. What was the first black high school in Richmond Heights? All right, Mr. Brandon, I will give you that answer. I will give you that answer on Instagram. Oscar JB1, I will give you that answer. We're waiting on Instagram. We're waiting on Facebook, We're waiting on Facebook. Oscar JB1 has answered the question on Instagram. Do we have a Facebook answer? Ms. Samuels, you can try again. You can try again. Here we go. All right, no answers on Facebook. That answer is Arthur and Polly Mays Senior High School, Mays High. Mays High was the answer. Mr. Oscar JB1 got the answer correct on Instagram. We didn't get an answer on Facebook. We're moving on. We're moving on to the next question. This is a great one. This is an easy one. This is a test of your black card. For those of us that of dark melanin, this is your test. Who directed the movie Boys in the Hood? Who directed the movie Boys in the Hood? And I don't have to turn the music on this one. Who directed? We just recently lost this incredible director. Who directed the movie Boys in the Hood? Uh-oh. Somebody's about to lose their black card. All right, Bubbly Black Girl on Instagram. Thank you so much for that answer. Do we have someone on Facebook that would like to answer? All right, Ms. Adonica Toller. I mean, we have a battle between Adonica Toller, the director of the Ritz Theater and Museum in Jacksonville, and whoever Bubbly Black Girl is. We got to check and make sure they're not the same person. This answer is John Singleton. John Singleton is that answer. Now, I got a great question for you. This is a good one, and I'm going to see who would answer this as quickly as possible. This question is, where is Fisk University? Where is Fisk University? And HBCU. Where is Fisk University? Do I have any Fiskites in here that can tell us where is your university? Fisk University. All right, Miami Gardens Now. Miami Gardens Now answered. Miss Samuels, we will take your answer on Facebook. Miami Gardens Now and Hester Samuels on Facebook. The answer is Nashville, Tennessee. The answer is Nashville, Tennessee. I have a great one for you now. A great one for you. Here we are. Somebody give me a time check on my staff. A time check because I have no clocks in front of me. Moving on. What is B.B. King's real name? What is B.B. King's real name? I had a great opportunity this past summer to visit the city where he was born and his gravesite as well. They had a great museum there. But what is his real name? B.B. King. We know him as B.B. King. What is B.B. King's real name? Thank you for those time checks. And this this might be our last question. Bubbly Black Girl, Bubbly Black Girl. Are you tapped into my computer on Instagram? You have that answer. Bubbly Black Girl has that answer. Do we have an answer on Facebook? Is there an answer on Facebook? All right, Adonica Taller. You two are right at each other's neck. The answer is Rally B. King. Rally B. King. Rally B. King. I don't know what our total tally is today on the scores. I don't know where we are with the scores today. My staff will notify you. Rally B. King. So I hope that you answer. Also, I answered first for the fixed question. Okay. I think I lost faith. Oh, let's go back live. Download that. And share the story. I want to go back live. I lost Instagram. Okay, so thank you. I lost my Instagram audience because Instagram only gives you an hour. I got to keep that in mind on Instagram Live. It only gives us an hour. We're certainly thankful for everyone that has joined us. Welcome back. Welcome back. I'm sorry, Instagram only gives us an hour. So I got to keep that in mind, and I'll ask my staff to make sure they keep me understanding that I only have an hour on Instagram Live. Definitely, as we come back on it, we thank everybody for participating. Thank everybody for being a part of what we're doing and believing in what we're doing. If you're part of a cultural institution, any ideas that you get from what we're doing at the Black Archives, you're more than welcome to use. We were contacted by several institutions that saw what we were doing and was asking, can they duplicate what we're doing? Listen, we're trying to entertain as we educate, or educate as we entertain. We appreciate you, Ms. Taller, for being on. We appreciate the Brainens. We appreciate Bubbly Girl. We need to find out who Bubbly Girl is. But understand, we got cut off because we only on Instagram, they only give you an hour. So I got to condense the show to approximately about 40 minutes. It gets so good. I would love to be on it. Facebook keeps us on. So I apologize for being shut off on Instagram at the end, but we will make sure we get a timer or something in front of me so that I can have a countdown that would make sure I understand that we're getting close to that hour so that we can complete the show with the audience that came on. So yes, 2 weeks in a row, we're going to fix it. We're going to condense it a little bit. It's so exciting to do this. Thank you so much, Mr. Brainen. He said, I really enjoyed this one. Ms. Adonica Taller from Jacksonville, the Ritz Museum, thank you for coming on and being a part, a good friend of mine, being a part of this. Ms. Hester Samuels, thank you so much for being a part of this. Thank you, Bubbly Girl, who I'm assuming is our unofficial winner this week on Instagram. I don't know, Bubbly Girl, how you found out about it, but you came on and you've been you got fast internet, or you really are knocking down those answers. So we thank you so much for being a part of this as we practice our Safer at Home series. If you can support the Black Archives, we do have a Cash App. It's pinned at the bottom. It's $BAHLT, which stands for the Black Archives Historic Lyric Theater. It goes to support funding. It continues to support the staff that continue to work, continue to bring you this programming. Tomorrow we have Lewis Burton, who will be doing legacies, profiles in Black history. Friday, I invite you to join me for a tour. You don't want to miss the tour. I'm not going to let it out what the tour is going to be about, but I think the tour is very important for those of you who really don't understand everything that the Black Archives does. But we're staying safe, appreciating everyone. We're congratulating Bubbly Girl. We're congratulating Donica Toller on Facebook for winning. Certainly join us. If you can't join us on Wednesday, Thursday, tomorrow, you can't join us on Friday, join us on Saturday as Camila Pritchett brings Storytime in color. If you have children at home and they've been doing schoolwork on a regular basis, please allow them to join in on your Instagram and watch Storytimes in colors, as Camila Pritchett has guest readers coming on. DJ Stitches from 103.5, who has a children's book, will be our guest this week. Then we'll see you next week. Next week, we'll see you starting on Monday again. We're doing it all over again starting on Monday with our archivist, Jocelyn Hurtado, that does Tell Is It True? She's battling a lot of these truths and false narratives that come out about Miami history. We're also looking at Tuesday with our community liaison archivist, Miss Alicia Melton, who does Moments in Black History Days. On this day in Black History, she tackles those things. So we're having this programming coming out. I want all of you to be aware, just very quickly before everyone leaves, we're getting ready. May 1st, we're looking to do a special event called Lyric Live, the Living Room Edition. Lyric Live, the Living Room Edition. So if you ever attended Lyric Live, we're going to try to do Lyric Live, the Living Room Edition on the first Friday in May 1st. We look forward to more information on how that's going to work. So Lyric Live, the Living Room Edition, will be happening on May 1st. We look to see you watching and having a great time as we try to bring Lyric Live virtually. Our host Cello will be hosting that show. So Lyric Live, the Living Room Edition, will be happening. Thank you so much, everybody. Enjoy, and we'll see you next week for Jeopardy Noir. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend that we want to see you next week on Jeopardy Noir. Take care.